Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Walls of CCLP3. We are currently on level 141, Unreal Hardware Mayhem, and I'm just letting the editor go in the background there so I don't see it while I'm playing. I had opened the editor to this level just so I can reference if needed, if something comes up, but I'm going to try to make sure that we don't have that going on right now. Anyway, we're in the final decade of this set. It's hard to believe we've made it all the way to this point, but we are here, and we're going to be taking on this level. I do know what all the remaining walls being used here are at this point. So this one is slideshow. I think this is like the top left of it. Yeah, this is the big old room there. I'm never going to get tired of saying big old room. Let me just make sure my sound levels are okay. We also have a fairly high time limit here, so I'm expecting this is going to take some time. And it looks like there's something here that we cannot yet do, so I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, so looks like we need to work on this first. And this almost looks like it's an extension of the puzzle from Backdraft, in a way, if you want to call it that. An extension, that is. I'm wondering if we have to put some of these blocks on the buttons, maybe? Question mark? I don't really want to let the glider go yet, but if I did... Let me just look around here. It's going to go naturally in this kind of pattern, which is interesting. So I'm wondering, do I need to get some of the blocks? Okay. I'm just looking here. I kind of want to keep this from getting too out of control, and I also want to save the blocks for later if we need them. I think that will do, right? Like, oh, except I need to... Oh no, because if I put that there, then it's just going to go in a loop around this over and over again. That's not going to work at all. Okay, so point taken. Let's find a different method. I'm trying to make sure I don't, like, shove these blocks in a corner, because I see we have another area here, and I'm worried that we're going to need blocks for that section. So... So what would happen if I did something like this, maybe? Would that work? I think it actually might. Yeah, it should. Let's go ahead and do it. So it's going to go the other way first, but if I can just get it to go that way, that should be enough. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, so let's just go through the path here. Interesting how this was converted here. That was the little niche where the blocks were taken in the original level. Okay, so if we're going to use the glider in this room, we have to do that. So at this point, this room looks a little bit more straightforward. That might be a lie, but I'm just looking here. I think I see a possible option here. Like if we were to send the glider in and it went and hit that, I might put one block there, put another block here where I'm standing, and then it would go around and over, and then it would loop. Okay, so that's a bit of an inherent issue, because if I did that, then this button gets lost in the loop. So that's not going to work. I could put the third block down here, though, so there is that. Interesting. There's also this, which I find fascinating as a... I'm curious if there's multiple solutions to this room, basically, is kind of where I'm sitting right now. Let's take a closer look here. Okay. So, glider comes in, right? It goes over here, loops around, goes here, does that. So what would happen if we were to do this? Like, we were just to create a little loop-de-loop, and then the glider can go in its way there? I suppose that would work. The only problem, though, is that this button now gets neglected. So that's a bit of an issue. The problem with putting things here on the edge is that now there's no outer loop for the glider to go through. It would just get stuck in a permanent loop, so that's not going to work. So maybe I need to reconsider the possibility of like having a block here on the edge, and then going over here, having the glider go this way, and then I don't really know. Like that's, I'm worried that I'm going to need these blocks for something, but now that I'm seeing it, I don't think I can actually take them out, so maybe I shouldn't be concerned about that. So let's act like this is it. Like, I have to use the blocks here. That's all I can do at this point. So I do find this little niche really curious, the fact that that's even a thing. Maybe it's a red herring. Who knows? But the fact that it is there is very interesting to me. Also, I probably want to do this if I were to go this way so that this actually gets hit. No, I guess it got hit the other way. It was just coming in from the left. So, let's say I did... I'm going to go ahead and... Should I go ahead and commit to putting that there? I'm going to try to visualize it. I know I'm bad at visualizing stuff, but let's say... Okay, let's say it did go back through here, right? And then it went over this way. See, my problem with this is that this requires way too many blocks to actually work correctly. Yeah. I'm seriously wondering if maybe I just need to put 2 blocks there. And then let's say this goes in, we go loop around, we go... And then maybe all we would need to do is like put a block up here so that it turns off this way, and then it goes... Oh, but then it just gets stuck. Oh no, it's going to go back. Oh, that's a problem. If it goes back, it's just going to be stuck in the first room, so we don't want it to do that. So I'm wondering, maybe the solution is to put all 3 of them. But if we do that, then this is going to get hit, and then it's just going to get trapped in a loop going over here. So that's not feasible either. Yeah, I don't get... I'm sorry I'm not, like, committing to, like, the things that I'm going over in my head. Like, I know that I'm not presenting a visual for you all either, which is kind of problematic. Okay. So if it loops around there... I'm trying to see how I can get this thing to go in, like, a double loop, sort of like what we were doing earlier, but different. Like the other way around, maybe? Maybe the key here is just to do something like this, just to send it that way, and then... Yeah, that should work, right? Wouldn't that work? Just go in a giant loop around like this, and then... Yeah, that should be fine. Let's give that a shot. Oh, except I'm going to have to get the glider to go in here to begin with. Let's work on that. Alright, so come in this way. And then that should be fine. We've used up over half the time limit already, so I'm really hoping that the rest of the level isn't too complicated. Okay. Yeah, I'm always worried when there's a clone button nowadays. Okay, so what do we got going on here? We have another glider with another set of buttons. Is this just a matter of, like, getting the glider, like, building something up there? I'm gonna just run with this. See how this goes. I think it is, because if I can just get, like, one block to be... Or wait, would I need two? I think I would need two. So I can do that as long as I have that there, right? I think that'll work. Yeah. Okay, I think we just go down through here. This is an interesting way to use this little corridor area. Okay, I don't want to push that right because... Oh, okay. It's under a block. Gotcha. So at this point, I think we just need to go back through this little thing here. So what is the title of this level a reference to? I don't... Is that like the name of a hardware store where Josh lives or something? Or is it like a reference to the Unreal game engine or something? Oh, hey. Okay, I don't trust that. Do I need to get the thing back over here? I'm a little nervous right now. I don't know what holds that down. Did we miss something along the way? I don't want to dismantle the thing we built until... You know, hang on a sec. I bet I missed something over here. Hang on. There's this passage we can go through. I didn't consider this. Here we go. Okay, I think this is where we're supposed to go. So, hang on. I'm going to assume that we need to, like, get the glider down there. The yellow key I can use over there, apparently, if I can bridge to it, which I guess I can do with the other block, and then maybe this block I can put there. I bet this is the trap button that controls that trap, by the way. The problem I'm seeing here is one of, like... Okay, I see how to solve it. We just have to create another loop. So as long as I do that, I think we're fine? Question mark? So this was the ice block slide room, I think, in the original level. Okay, so now we can go through there. I'm going to go over here first, though, just to see. Or, well, I guess I can't go that way. But I can go this way, right? Because I'm going to assume that I can go through that trap. Now that I've held that down. I want to do this before I get my boots stolen. Assuming that this is possible. I see a lot of buttons in there too, so hopefully this is not a mistake. Come on, let's get through this. There we go. Okay, good. I can get through. A hint. Walls from slideshow. If this were CC2, this whole room would be filled with bonuses. Okay, so this is just a bonus room. Okay, that's neat. I like that. So let's book it to the other area, because we are running out of time. I will say, I have my same comment that I gave for Backdraft, and I'm going to apply it here as well. I do think this should have been untimed. Yeah, I just think it would have been a little less stressful. Okay, what do we have here? We have apparently a glider cloning thing. I don't understand what we're accomplishing here, but... Oh! Are we blocking... Okay, I think I see. If that's supposed to be a regular block above that button, then I bet we have one chance to clone and we need to get the glider up here. Yeah. Alright, so... What? Oh my gosh, are you serious? I forgot about that. I totally forgot about that. That's... Oh, that is... Yeah. That's my fault. But at the same time, I wish there was a way to avoid that. I really do. Alright, let's do this. I feel like this level will be a breeze now that we know how to solve it. I'm wondering, though, you know, do I need to wait? I mean, I'm assuming that the level has to allow for that possibility, but you never know. Do I need to wait for that glider to do its thing and hit the button first, or do I try to squeeze through? I don't even know if I can squeeze through, first of all. Okay, so it was something like that, I believe. Oh, whoops, it was like this. Yeah, thankfully this will be a lot quicker now. Alright. Go through here. And I narrowly missed the window. Come on, glider buddy. Let's carry us home here. There we go. So yeah, this level is interesting. It's one of those things where I feel like the concept gets some really interesting iterations that fluctuate in difficulty, so it's not all the same, which I like it when levels do that. But I do think the first part of the level is, like, the most, at least so far, the most full version of it, and maybe that's for the best, because this is ultimately kind of a, what you call it, oh, that's right, we need to go this way this time. I'm not going to worry about the secret hint or anything. I do think, like, when it comes to, like, idea-based puzzles where success is dependent on knowing, like, an exact solution, once you know what that solution is, you know, the fact that the hardest one is at the beginning is a little less important, I think, compared to, like, maybe more skill-based stuff. Alright, so let's do this real quick. Yeah, I don't think we can squeeze through that. Like, there's not enough room. So I think we just need to wait for the glider to hit that button and not get so excited. Alright, let's do that. And we're going to wait. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely room. Okay, so we have a... Ooh. Ooh, what is this? This is interesting. So I'm assuming this is the path to the end, right? Alright, so let's say I put a block here. If I put another one here... Well, actually, that presents us with a bit of a problem. Because... Okay, those are all the buttons, right? Like, there's nothing under those. So this is interesting. Do I have to think about this in terms of rows instead of columns? I think the answer is yes. So if I put a block here, the glider is going to travel on this row. And then it's going to go up here. But if I put a block like over on this row where I'm standing right now, it's just going to travel in a giant circle. Right? Unless I get it to zigzag. Is that possible? Like, can I put it like one block on row 2, one block on row 3, and then the glider kind of goes in a Z shape? I think that's doable. Yeah, I think it's doable. Let's give it a shot. I think that should work. For some reason I had this idea of working through it in columns, but that was clearly not the solution. Nor does that really make much sense. Okay, so now we have the suction boots. We need to get back to the exit. Okay, so that was a fun level. It's not one of my favorites, but it's another one of those levels. So this is what I mean by in the last video where I kind of had to distinguish between evaluating it on its own. And I would say on its own, it's pretty kind of in the middle for me. As a walls of level, this is another one of those wall arrangements that feels really awkward. So I'm giving Josh extra points because I know that this arrangement is really weird, and I feel like he did the best he could with it. Like, all the stuff that was in this level makes sense as far as being used in the context of a wall arrangement. So I think for what this level is working within, this whole thing makes sense. Also, going back on this whole thing really sucks. This glider is... like, the way the buttons are arranged does not work very well for trying to get back really quickly. I think that's, like, the one thing that's kind of dampening my excitement for this level is that it's very much... it involves a lot of waiting, which can kind of sap a lot of the enjoyment, but I had fun with that one. That was pretty cool. Alright, Quantum Stadium. Let's see what we have here. This is the level based, I believe, on Who's Left. I tried optimizing that again. That was, yeah, that was quite a challenge to find anything new on. I couldn't really find anything particularly useful. I think all the time has pretty much been squeezed out of that one. Also, this is untimed, which is interesting considering that there is an urgency factor at play here. Okay, can we get all the chips, or are there extras? Well, only 2 chips can be skipped. I read that quickly. 5, 4... I haven't even been paying attention. Are the exits on the sides? Yeah, they are. Okay. Come on. If there's a way I can get some of these, that'd be nice. Ah, missed that one. I like how there's all these fireballs cloning everything. That's kind of interesting. I feel like there's at least got to be 2 more chips if I'm having trouble with these ones. Okay, yeah. I thought it might be worth giving a shot, but yeah, that didn't quite work out. Let me go from the middle, though. I think that's a better strategy here. Because, like, going to the edges is a lot easier than trying to approach everything from the middle. Okay. I feel like we're in a good spot here. I say right as a bunch of teeth invade the area. Okay. I have all the chips I need in my sight. Yeah. Not good. Okay, here we go. Got one. Okay, so that was pretty simple. Quantum Stadium. That was a nice breather level after the length of the last one. I guess last few. Like the what's it called? Distorted World. That wasn't like a super long one, but I think the skill involved kind of made it a little bit longer. So, yeah, I mean, I'm sure you could optimize that really quickly. But it's nice to have one of these that is kind of like a turn your brain off and just dodge monsters kind of thing. So yeah, in the context of where it is in the set, I really liked it a lot. Okay, Adventure's End. So this is the first of a few medley levels. This one being, I think this is the walls of Beat the Heat. Because this is like the left side of the level. And, ooh. What was in this area? This was... Oh, this was the end, right? With all the stuff. What you call them? The paramecium or the bugs or whatever. Alright, I'm going to see if this is correct. So let's do that. So if I send this glider out from there, I'm just trying to figure out a way to get this one over here to where we need it, which might be a bit of a problem. What options do we have in that regard? Yeah, I'm not really seeing a whole lot here. Unless we did something involving... Ooh, I think I see something potentially useful. The real question is this one over here. Like, this one... I don't really see a good in for that one. This is a pretty cool puzzle. I like this. Oh, man. That may have been a mistake. Yeah, this far right one over here, I don't know how to negotiate this. This is a little tricky. Because there isn't really anything on this column for a glider to hit. The only two things I can see are, like, here on this column we have this chip and this chip. So that would require that the glider, like, go in this way. And, like, that I'm just not seeing how that's possible. I'm really not. Like, that's... Unless... not, Josh wouldn't require collisions. That's not his style. Yeah, this one is really stumping me, because, like, here, I would need to have either of these chips be, like, the barrier, right? Because there's nothing here that can send the glider down at all on this column right here. So it's like, how do I get you to go here on this row or this row? And I'm going to start over just to make sure I have the cleanest view possible of that room. I bet I could have still solved the level, but I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything with respect to how everything is set up. So maybe the fireball actually goes through there? Is that it? I mean, even so, the same conditions would apply, right? I mean, you would need... Yeah, that's a little troubling. Just seeing here if there is there like something. Wow, I'm gonna be really stumped on this for a while, I bet. So I think we just need to focus on this last one for now. Let's... Oh, wait a minute! I'm dumb. I could just send them through an existing lane and then have them go the other way. Wow. Okay. You know what? Forget everything. We're just going to go with the original plan. Do that, and I'm just going to use this little middle lane here as the point that we need to use. Hopefully we can do at least that. Hopefully I didn't mess it up for good. I don't think so, though, because all you would need to really do is just send this around like that and then go down. And then the same thing goes there. Okay, that was way simpler than I was making it out to be. For some reason I had this idea in my head that they all had to go down different lanes, which is totally not the case. Okay. So I want to say that, hang on a sec, let me just map this out and make sure I'm doing it correctly. Actually, it may not even matter, because I'm going to have to just get out and go this way. Yeah. That's pretty nifty. Little mice are good for something puzzle. I don't know what this is a reference to. Maybe Dancing on Ice? I'm going to go with Dancing on Ice. That makes the most sense. That was where the giant fireball manipulation puzzle was. And this is... I don't know. Maybe All About Buttons, perhaps? I don't know. I don't know what the pink ball yellow key thing is all about either, unless that's like 2 sets of rules or whatever. I'm going to assume that this is you can't teach an old frog new tricks. Like, that would make the most sense. So here, the teeth is going to go, like, here naturally, right? And so I think what we have to do here is we just need to make sure that this block gets into the water. That seems to be the most reasonable and sensible thing to do. Hopefully I'm not removing any unnecessary dirt, but I don't think so, because it feels like I need all that to get through. In fact, I think I need to remove all of it for the teeth to make its complete circuit here. Let's give it a shot. There we go. Okay, so now we have... looks like a cloner's maze kind of thing. And also a pie room. Ooh. Well, it wouldn't be CCLP3 without a pie reference thrown in somewhere. Okay, I'm a little worried. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm trying to see like how we would get some of these to where they need to go. So I'm just going to do this one at a time at this point. So it looks like I'm going to have to do this a few times. Not the biggest fan of the repetition, but that's alright. So we go here, we do that, go down, okay. I mean, I could get these, no harm in that, right? So now I need 3 more along that track. I hope getting the chips wasn't a bad idea. I just realized that. I'm not going to worry about it yet, I'm just going to go ahead and finish this off. Before I do the next 2, though, let me just make sure I understand what's required for the rest of this, and I think I see what it is. You just need to get a fireball trapped in there, and then send the other ones around the loop that you make. So let's do that real quick so we don't waste any time here. Okay, so just one more. I feel like this room could have been shortened a bit. But that's just me. Oh, I'm going to need to have something... Oh, no, I don't need to have something hold down the trap. Never mind. I can just approach it from the bottom. Okay, so one last fireball. This should be it, as far as I can tell. Alright, so we should have 6 chips after we get these last few. I'm thankful you can enter that from there. That's really nice. Okay, so that's all I can do there. So is there a path through this? There is not, I guess. Oh, I was supposed to get those back there. Oh wait, I can still do it. Hang on. Yay for backwards boosting. Okay, hopefully that's fine. Okay, so right now, I think the idea is that I'm supposed to partial post. I'm just going to make sure there's nothing crazy to do here with, like, sockets or anything, but I think I just need a partial post, right? That would make sense. I mean, unless there's something to do in this bug room, but I don't think there is, especially in light of getting our boots stolen, so... Oh, here we go. It's the CCLP3 logo. That's really cool. I think it was this level that inspired me to use the CCLP1 logo in one of my walls of CCLP1 levels. I know that there's probably a way to get to the hint through here, but I'm just going to go to the exit. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that level a lot. It had a lot of good little segments. I think my least favorite was that fireball cloning segment at the end of the day, but it's still a good segment. I just think it could have been shortened a little bit. So, let's see. Do we have time for one more? I'm worried about the time limit, and I kind of want to keep these at the 3 levels of video pace at this point. So let's go ahead and cap the video here, and next time we can take on the Chronicles of a Madman, which I believe is the second of the 3 medley levels here in this whole section. So until then, thanks so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed yourselves today, and I'll catch you next time. So take care, and I will see you then.